and the Pea. The Princess and the Pea. Once upon a time there was a prince who traveled the entire world looking for the ideal princess to marry. She had to be beautiful and blue-blooded, a true princess. But after many months of traveling from country to country, the prince returned to his kingdom, very sad and dejected because he had not been able to find the princess who would become his wife. One cold and dark winter night, when the prince thought it was impossible to marry a princess, there was a terrible storm. In the middle of the storm, someone knocked on the castle door. The intrigued old king went to open the door. What was his surprise when he saw a beautiful girl completely wet from head to toe. The girl said, "Can I spend the night here in your castle, sir? I was surprised by the storm while traveling back to my kingdom. I'm hungry and cold and I have nowhere to stay." The suspicious king asked, "Are you a princess?" The princess replied shyly, "Yes, sir." "Then come in, as it would be unforgivable of me to leave you outside on a night like that." The king replied, not very convinced that she was really a princess. While the princess dried herself and changed her clothes, the king informed the queen of this unexpected visit. The queen began to think and, with a suspicious smile, said, "Let's find out if she is a real princess or not." The queen went up to the guest room where the princess was going to stay and, without anyone seeing, took off her bedclothes and placed a pea under the mattress. Then she placed 20 more mattresses and duvets on the bed and, finally, the bed linen. Then, she went down the stairs and addressed the princess, introducing herself and saying kindly, "You can go up and rest now. Tomorrow we will talk more calmly about the girl and her kingdom." The princess went up and lay down on that strange bed that looked like a mountain. The next morning the princess went down to breakfast. The king and queen were already sitting at the table. The princess greeted the kings and sat down. Then the queen asked, "How did you spend the night, princess?" The princess replied, "Oh, the truth is that I couldn't sleep at all in that uncomfortable bed. I felt something on the mattress that bothered me all night and left my whole body sore." The king stood up and, very offended, exclaimed, "Impossible. No guest has ever complained about our excellent feather beds." But the queen interrupts him and says with a smile, "Yes, you can." And she explained to the king what she had done to see if it really was a princess or someone trying to deceive them. The queen stood up and said to everyone, "Only a true princess with such sensitive and delicate skin is capable of feeling the discomfort of a pea through 20 mattresses and duvets." The king and queen introduced the princess to their son, the prince, and as soon as he saw her, he was immediately lost in love. After a few days, the prince married the princess, with the certainty of having finally found a real princess that he had been looking for so long. From that day on, the pea became part of the crown jewels, so that everyone would remember the story of the Princess Pea.